So there are four types of variables used in Ruby. There are local variables, instance variables, class variables, and global variables. And I'll read this out first, and then we'll go over this example code down here at the bottom. So local variables are the variables that are defined in a method. Inside a method, local variables are not available outside the method. And they kind of look like that, local var, right? Camel case kind of style. Instance variables are available across methods for any particular instance um, of the object. So instance variables change from object to object. So we've got this guy here. Instance var, instance or object. Any particular instance or object. Instance. I think I got a little typo going on here. Sorry. Okay. It's tripping out on me here. So. Yeah, okay. Instance variables are available across methods for any particular instance of the object. Yeah, I think that's more accurate. Okay. Instance variables change from object to object. And they're denoted with a snail or @ sign in front of them. And they are have capitals in them. So they're kind of camel case as well. So notice local variables have nobody in front of them, right? But instance variables have that snail. Anyway, so class variables are available across different objects. A class variable belongs to the class and is a characteristic of a class, and they are denoted by two snails, or two @ signs. Global variables. Class variables are not available across classes. If you want to have a single variable which is available across classes, you need to define a global variable, and they are denoted by a $sign. So here I've got some example code. I've got a customer class, and I'm just going to kind of go through the methods here and explain this line by line, or talk about it line by line. And the first one we've got up inside of this class is a class variable called number of customers, and that is assigned a value of 0. And next up, we've got a method, a initialize method, and this one expects to receive 3 parameters: ID, a name, and address. And when it receives them, it's going to assign them to an instance variable. Okay, so that these values will exist within this instance, right? We've got another method, display details, and it's just going to put out 3 lines here, and we've got similar. It's a different kind of interpolation thing going on here. We've got this hashtag in front of the variables, the instance variables, and that's so that the instance variables can be displayed. So I got up here a little note to display a variable in a string, proceeded with the hashtag symbol. Right? And finally, the total number of customers method here, and that one is incrementing with the plus equals of 1 the number of customers that was initially assigned here on line 23, right? So this class variable gets incremented, right? And we can see that these guys are related here. You know, this guy can see this one; it can actually change its value, right? and that's going to put out the total number of customers, and again that hash in front of that variable. And we're going to create two of these objects. So we've got customer 1 and customer 2, and customer.new will instantiate this guy here with these values: 1, John, wisdom, etc. And customer 2 will have its values for its instantiation, and then we'll call these suckers, right? So so let's see what happens here. I'm going to put some hash rockets on them and actually see their values. Actually, let me do the first one first. So I better comment this thing out here, otherwise I'm going to get an error message. So let's put these here, and let's run this sucker, Command R, and nil. Okay, assigned but unused variable customer to. Oh yeah. Oops, I should have. Right, should turn that one off too. Okay, let's see. Okay, customer 1 display details nil. Customer 1 total number of details nil. Let's see. Customer 1, customer 2. So yeah, customer 1 ID 1. Customer name John. Customer address Wisdom Apartments. Total number of customers 1. Okay, so it looks like it printed out the results down here. Okay. Let's see. So what happens if we undo these guys, right? And we come back up here. Oops, come back up here, and so we can get all of them. Now let's read them. Read them all. Aha. Okay, so now we've got customer ID 2, customer name Paul, output for this guy, total number of customers 2. So we can see that this actually did increment this class variable up here, right? So we got this class variable going, and yeah, let's see, there we go, customer address. Okay, that printed that out. So we got each one of these details being displayed. We got the values being fed, going in, right, in the initialization. And then we can see that these values are in fact being fed into the details. We can see that total number of customers is being called, and this class variable is being incremented. I can see that down here with total number of customers. Yeah, and then there we go. So you can see how all these different variables are being called and interacted in inside the class. And there you go. It's a pretty straightforward. Now this is interesting detail here, though. You can see, and this doesn't affect the program because it actually runs at the bottom. But here for the instances, when we try the hash rocket, it doesn't run. Oops, it doesn't run like right next to it. Instead, it just calls nil and then runs it at the bottom. And that might be something to do with the way the hash rocket works. Might be the fact that we're using a class now instead of just methods. Yeah. But anyway, there we go. That's been detail of that's been illustrated. I think we're good. Display details. Yep. Okay. Cool. Okay. So on to the next bit.